Hey everyone, welcome to the San Diego 40K podcast. It's August 9th. I'm George.
I'm Justin.
I'm Danny.
I'm Brian.
And we got a pretty quick podcast plan for you guys this week.
What'd you do?
Brian's going to die before we start.
Pretty quick podcast for Shane and Dave for painting.
And I don't know if you guys are here. Somebody's getting arrested.
Yep. So first things first.
Black people must be in the neighborhood.
Big shout outs to our two commenters for this week. Duke Laser, who posted because we asked for comments, and someone else.
That comment really doesn't count.
Who might be playing orcs.
And someone else who graced us and has both graced us with a 3-post WA comment and has set a new record for most number of comments we've received. So step it up, everybody else.
By a single person in one day.
By a single person in a span of 5 minutes.
Shane just got overtaken by one comment.
All right.
So yeah, Duke Laser doesn't count though, George.
Okay.
That's me.
Oh shit. We've got some subterfuge going on in here.
I should start posting shit.
Yeah, that's why you need to have multiple accounts like the guys on DACA, so you can argue with yourself and troll yourself. So you make your posts look more, interesting.
And you can agree with yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, I agree so much.
And then when somebody says you're stupid, you have 20 other people saying that guy is stupid.
That's smart. Yeah, it's Internet 101 for anyone who doesn't go on the forums very much.
Yeah, pat yourself on the back.
All right, so the first thing we got today is we got the new demon rules and new models coming out, and our resident chaos expert Danny is gonna walk us through some
I'm
of
not
that.
a chaos expert.
You're totally a chaos expert.
I'd play the Marines.
Okay.
You're Mr.
All right, other people here who play chaos. What do you guys think of the new demons?
The models look really cool. I'm not sure if I'd ever use them because they have to deep strike, and the models are so big.
Well, weren't you just talking about how badass soul grinders are?
I didn't say they were going to be effective. I mean, those things are huge too.
That's what she said.
Oh, big and not effective, and it blows up fast.
Wow. Okay.
Well, the soul grinder, I just think it looks cool, but the fact that those big chariots, they're freaking huge. Their bases are bigger than the Valkyrie bases, and when you deep strike them, you have to put them so far away. The only good thing about them is they're chariots, so they move 12, and they could charge 12 with rerolls. That's the only thing that's cool about them.
Yeah, I saw some of the new models in the new White Dwarf and stuff like that too. Didn't buy it, just kind of scanned through it, but that Slaneshi chariot thing looks freaking...
That's
It
potential.
looks so cool.
No, that has potential for a new Death Roller right there.
It has a lot of potential, but dude, I do not want to try to handle that model. There's so many spiky bits.
That's why the base is so big, so you can pick up the base and you don't have to touch
Anything.
the death.
Well, no, the really weird thing is, though, the way they painted those models, the Demonettes look really old.
Yeah. We're talking like old lady sagging boobs demonettes here.
Singular.
Well, I mean, they had cancer in one of them, so they had to take it off.
No, it's just a Demonette. It's just one.
Oh, okay.
Or 6.
Or 12.
You never know.
You never
But
know.
the new models look really cool. I like the new the plague bearers. I don't plan on running a plague army or a Nurgle army, but I just want those because they look pretty cool.
I want to get some of those little Nurglings and put them all in diapers.
Oh
and
my
green
gosh,
stuff.
the little Nurglings are,
Awesome.
I think, they get my vote for the best new model. They're the cutest little things. They're just so adorable.
Yeah, they're expensive too. It's like almost $40 for 3 bases.
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
They're fine cast.
They're fine cast models.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
that's the only thing that puts me off. If they were like plastic, like maybe 25 for 3, I would get them. But the fact that they're
Not.
like almost 40, it kind of puts me off.
Yeah.
I'm a really big fan of the Blue Scribes because every time I look at that model, I just see 2 guys like screwing around in a library, and it makes me think of Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, yeah.
So,
the rules are kind of like that too.
yeah, they're just 2 guys flying around the battlefield trying to score. And sometimes, if you have them as your warlord and you roll the right warlord trait, they can score. Hey, Butthead. Hey, did we just score?
Sure. Yeah. So the chariot came
Good
out.
Butthead impersonation, Danny.
I don't know. The new Demonettes are really cool. The Slaneshi ones. The old models, they look
Is there corn demonettes?
You mean blood letters?
Oh no, the Slaneshi demonettes. They're just demonettes.
Today on San Diego Semantics.
Yeah.
They're Warhammer 40k Games Workshop Slanishi Demonettes.
Oh god, we're gonna get cease and desist
trademark?
right there.
Trademark.
Copyright.
I didn't say it.
Patent pending.
TMRC.
Yeah. All rights go to them. So
Please send us a letter.
those things are really cool. I like the way they look. Like the old ones, I was looking through the old Plague Bear ones, and I wouldn't even buy them if they were like half the cost.
True.
Rules wise, they're almost as good as a Plague Marine without the gun, but they have a better close combat weapon, and they're almost half the price, points wise. And they also cause fear.
All the demons cause fear now.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Have you looked at any of the other new demon rules? Did you like any of those?
Not really. The one thing that I actually like for all the Slaaneshi ones, they have I don't know how to pronounce it. Whatever. They have the special rule where they have the assault grenades. So they're the only demons that
Ecstasy?
have it. Pretty much. So
I don't know.
They assault through cover and they go at their initiative, and it also counts as defensive grenades.
Cool.
Do you actually have your rulebook on you so you can actually look it up?
I think that one's the.
That's in the.
It's the
new
in the
FAQ.
It's in the new fact
thing.
No, it's always been in for the Slaanesh demons. It's called Aura of a long ass A word. Acquiescence.
Oh.
Sounds right.
Acquiescence.
Yeah, they just threw a
Whatever,
big word
I
in
know.
there because they wanted to.
I just want to make people pronounce it like at the table.
Oh, okay.
Stupid English people.
They want to make you say funny things at the table.
Yeah. So yeah, that thing counts as frag and crack grenades, or assaults and defensive grenades.
So you can throw those.
Yeah, assault and defensive grenades.
Why did I actually do that yesterday? Finally,
threw a
my
grenade?
first frag grenade.
I saw that.
How'd it go?
Nah.
It didn't do any wounds. Whatever.
Oh,
The flamethrower did.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right.
So what makes you want to look at the demons, Danny?
Because you could take them as allies for a Chaos Marine army, and I've always loved Chaos Marines.
So, which demons are you looking to use as your allies?
So the way I look at the Chaos Marine Codex and the Chaos Demon Codex, they mesh well together because what's good in one codex is not good in the other one. So I think, in my opinion, the Chaos Demons, they don't shoot very well, which the Tzeentch ones do, but they're only AP4. So I'll take that in the Chaos Marine Codex, where the bolt guns are AP3. So what's bad in the Chaos Marine Codex now would be the Khorne Berserkers. So I wouldn't be taking Berserkers. I'll take the Khorne Bloodletters for the demons. So they're cheaper, and they have 2 attacks with the power weapon base.
Do they have power weapons or power axes?
They have power weapons. So it's power swords, actually.
Ooh,
they all have swords.
Oh, they all have swords?
So
You can't-
it's an
you can't make them
AP3.
axes?
No.
Okay.
It's an AP3 power weapon, so they're better than Khorne Berserkers because they also have 2 attacks. They're weapon skill 5, they're strength 4. They come with a 3-up save and a 5+ invulnerable. They cause fear, and they are fearless for cheaper than
Nice.
Khorne Berserkers. So they're much better and more
They have a
effective.
3-up invul?
A 3-up save and a 5-up invul.
There we go.
Yeah. So they're
Yeah.
much more effective, and I could deep strike them wherever I want. And then I was looking at the how's this called?
Wait, do they actually have it on armor save? I thought that was the Juggernauts.
They have Ironhide,
Yeah.
which is a 3-up.
Yeah, Juggernauts are the ones that with the 3-up, 5-up.
All
I
the
think
Khorne guys have it.
No, I think the Bloodletters only have a
Bloodletters
5-up.
Bloodletters are just 5-up, dude.
Unless you actually spend points on them, which just sounds
Yeah.
like you're doing.
Demon Furious Charge.
Fuck.
Danny's proven wrong.
Furious Charge. There you
Crushing
go.
your hopes and dreams.
Yeah. So that's what I was also thinking. I'm gonna get some Bloodletters.
Okay.
They're Blood Crushers.
See, but you just take the minimum you need for the Bloodletters just so you can take the
Yeah.
Blood
Just
Crushers.
10 dudes
Yeah,
for
just
160 points.
Yeah, because you're just taking them as allies, so just take the Bloodletters as the requirement.
And for the HQ, I'm taking Skull Taker.
Ooh, yeah.
Because
Awesome.
he rends on a 4-up and that causes instant death.
He is a monster in 6th.
So he's going to go ahead and
Oh,
challenge
yeah.
whoever he wants. And he also has, he's not, was it? He
I
can't
don't
be
know.
instant death. There we go.
He has Eternal
He's
Warrior.
yeah, Eternal Warrior. He's immune to instant death.
Unless you're
Awesome.
what? A Grey Knight. Stupid Demon Bane.
That might work. Don't challenge the Grey Knight.
Well, yeah. So
There you
speaking
go.
of the new demons, I was talking with one of my friends who's a career demon player, and in the last league game he played, he actually tabled Grey Knights with demons. And he did that using the new rules for Flamers of Tzeentch, where he dropped them all down,
Stuck it.
He stuck the Deep Strike, he torched the Terminator squad, and then now that Flamers have new and improved 2 wounds, and since he had a big squad of like 10 of them, even though 6 of them died, there were still 4 more to kill another squad with more 4+ you die templates.
Yeah, those templates are rough because you
So-
don't get any armor or cover.
Right.
No,
That's
only,
bad.
Only invul saves.
Yeah. So
Not a
I'm
lot
thinking maybe a new way to try out playing demons is to run, say, 2 or 3 bigger squads of Flamers, since they are more survivable now. You can drop them down, maybe knock out 2 squads, and then keep going after more squads. And the big cool thing is, because you glance vehicles on a 4+ now, you have so many Flamers that you can reliably just glance vehicles to death in 1 round of shooting with those.
Yes.
Good.
3 glances, it's gone.
3 glances, it's
Well,
gone.
Most things.
Well, I mean, even if you've got 8 Flamers, that's on odds of killing a Land Raider.
And they're a very mobile unit because I think they're jump troops.
They're jump infantry.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So they're
Very-
fast buggers.
Yeah, it's gonna be
very
scary.
mobile. Essentially, you only got really 1 turn to effectively try to deal with them. Otherwise, they're just going to be hopping around burning
Yeah,
shit.
and you're not going to be
And
charging
since-
that unit either.
Yeah, because you charge that unit and you got a face full of no armor save Flamer template saves.
Yep. D3.
And I think they also gained another attack they can use instead of their breath weapon. I think they have another shooting attack.
You're talking about the strength 4 AP4 3-shot thing?
Yeah, can the Flamers use that?
Hmm.
So now if you take the big squad of them, if only
Actually,
say,
they've always been able to have it.
All
they,
right.
they could choose
yeah,
which
so
one.
you can still get use out of a bigger squad if you can't hit with all the Flamer templates.
Yeah. That's
So
still
I
a
think
lot.
it's
That's a
really
lot of shots coming out.
Yeah, I think that unit got really strong with the addition of an extra wound.
Yeah.
They got more expensive points wise too. They used to be, I think, 15. Now they're 23.
Well, so they're
But-
23 points, but they live twice
It's a
as
2-1
long.
model, yeah.
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 I think it's worth it.
Oh yeah, that was
Oh,
a
yeah.
good change.
It's a good change. It definitely makes that unit very, very viable, and very effective. So not too many things can deal with those type of things.
Yep.
Any other thoughts on the new demon rules, Chaos players?
Not really. I didn't really look. I'm not planning. When I look at models and if I plan to use them, then I look at them. But these chariots, I looked at it and I was like, that looks cute, but I'm not going to use it. So I didn't really look too much into it. I just know that some of the special rules.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of those models at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, undivided
It
chaos
also-
player. What do you expect?
It also puts me off to how much painting time you'd have to put into making that look
God,
nice.
dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, the
Doesn't
chariot
have,
has so
like-
much.
Just the blades alone, I look at it and I'm like, that's a week. Fuck.
Not even that. It just has so much surface area.
Yeah,
because
and
it's
a
all
lot-
spikes.
And it has a lot of detail too.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
So that's a possible con if you're one of those players who doesn't like painting.
That'd be me.
Yeah. All right. Well, unfortunately, both me and Justin couldn't make it to the last league game, but we got a couple updates for our weekly 40K league from Danny and Brian.
Yeah, I guess you can call it a game.
So I actually showed up a little bit later to observe what happened to Brian. I really didn't
Yeah.
care about Danny's game, so I kind of just never
Yeah.
watched his game. But
We love you, Danny.
yeah, we still do. But anyways,
Thank you.
so Brian, I was able to watch. He played against
McSnail.
McSnail, Mark. He was playing his Necrons. Don't really remember what Mark was running. I know he had a couple raid squads.
2 Wraiths, 2 Destroyer Lords, 2 Annihilation Barges,
Immortal squads.
2 Immortal Squads in Night Size with a Doom Scythe.
Ooh, was it? So you're playing against
And
Wraithwing.
Scarabs.
Wraith. Ooh.
And he had Scarabs.
Did he
and
have
Scarabs.
He fit this all in 1666?
Oh, yeah.
Did he have?
Holy crap.
Did he have any Tomb Spiders or just
No,
Scarabs?
just Scarabs.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
The Scarabs were awesome. I keep forgetting how fast Wraiths are. Stupid jump infantry. Oh, my God.
That 12-inch charge.
No, it wasn't really. I mean, the Wraiths were fun, but the Scarabs ate up one of my Defilers early on. After me crushing 3 of them in the face. I love that strength 10. So good.
You're just like instant killed.
Yeah. Now, my biggest issue though was the 3 flyers because they just put so many shots in my. I had a giant Terminator squad and it just got evaporated because He kept rolling 6s constantly for that stupid Tesla gun.
Oh, so he would generate 2
Oh yeah,
more
you'd
hits?
roll 4 hits and 2 would be 6s. So that's what is that?
8 hits.
Yeah, 8 hits. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Oh, by the way, there's a Doom laser beam going through that same
Yeah,
squad.
the death laser.
God.
Those immortals with the Tesla weapons become very effective when you shoot them snapfire.
Oh, I didn't
So
care
every
about
Oh,
that.
six
they're
is
great.
like-
You
Yeah.
shoot that. Tesla weapons are awesome when you're shooting at flyers, too.
Yeah.
Oh, but he
They
never
I hit you once, I hit you
He
3
never
times.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? He had an immortal squad that was actually kind of funny. I don't think Justin was there for the exact moment, but
I came in there after the fact.
yeah, it was. He had an immortal squad that had a chosen unit coming from outflank. Shot a couple of immortals. They didn't run or do anything. They just got right back up. Then he shoots my chosen, and then I get him to charge me.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, oh, I'll never be able to hit you with my snapfire. Don't worry about it.
What were your chosen equipped with?
Oh, 3 melta guns, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 melta guns hit, and leave the squad to 1 man, and then they just chop him down with their chainswords after that. That was
Yeah.
rad.
Awesome.
The only kill point I got in the entire game was right there. Everything else is just way too tough. He never failed a race save. Well, maybe 1.
Oof.
Yeah.
New Necrons are really good in 6th edition.
Yeah, that Wraith unit with
They're
the
obviously
Destroyer Lord
the
is-
first codex made for 6th edition.
Yeah. The other good 6th edition codexes right now just brute force their way through it.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
But yeah, the Wraith unit with a Destroyer Lord, that's just such a nasty combo. Couldn't stop it at all. It's like, okay, I'm going to shoot you with bolters, take it on a 2-up. Shoot him with a melta gun, he'll take it on a 3-up.
So I'm guessing he was using the look out sir shenanigans?
Yeah, look out, boss. Look out.
Look out, robot. Program.
Beep boop.
They're not gun drones.
They technically could be.
Buzz
Yeah.
whirl. Beep
That's true.
boop.
They are robots.
Robot.
We
Right?
don't necessarily know what they would be saying, but they're still a robot.
11100.
2. Whoa!
1 dies.
Oh, that's when he died.
That's when they fail to save.
2 question mark.
2 question mark. No, 2 is to be like shit in their language. So like, shit.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, when you get into close combat with them, 2.
They're just sort of swing.
How about your game, Danny?
I played against my brother.
That always seems to happen every single league that we played.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's
but
like you always get paired off with your brother every single league.
I don't know.
Did you show him who the boss was?
No, it
No,
was
Danny always loses to his brother.
not always. What happened was this was the
does.
opposite of what happened last week. So
Okay.
I fought a bunch of assault terminators last week, and I outshot him, and it was the opposite. So I had assault terminators this week, and my brother outshot me because he has Grey Knights. So he had
What list is your brother running?
he had 20 terminators, 2 dread knights, and Drago,
Ow.
Okay. That's good.
and they all had
I'm going to have to play him, so...
they all had cyborg ammo.
I
So
want to play him.
Well, I'm going to play him for a makeup game.
he pretty much outshot me. He moved, and we had a firefight, and I had a lot less shooting. So my assault guys, all they have is a cyclone missile launcher, which doesn't really help me.
Were any of the
against
Terminators Paladins, or were they just Terminators?
They're all just regular Terminators.
Yeah, see, I wanted to play him.
I convinced them to not use Paladins because they're not worth it.
And the Dread Knights, how does he equip those?
The shooty ones. He has the Flamer and he has the heavy side cannon.
Do they come
Okay.
stock with the Doomfist or no?
They have 2 of them.
Yeah.
So he doesn't buy the teleporter?
No.
Hmm.
They can deep
Okay.
strike without it, either way. They're in Terminator armor.
Okay, yeah.
So his army is actually very flexible for what it can do. Plus, he has a grand strategy, so he could outflank them. So what he did was he rerolled wounds on ones.
Yeah.
So he gave it to both of his Terminator squads and one of the Dread Knights. Then he combat squadded. So now he has 4 units of Terminators with rerolls to wound on ones. So
Right. That's
Wow.
scary.
Yeah, very, very effective.
so my Terminators just fell to a bunch of shooting. I
You
didn't
didn't
really
get to close combat?
I had no
He
choice.
wasn't gonna go in there.
I had no chance. I tried to, but when you're facing like 80 Stormbolter shots that wound you on 3s on 5 dudes, you're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah. You were running your Dark Angels, right?
Yep.
Yeah. If you guys were able to get in close combat, you would have smashed face.
Yeah, that was my plan. I deep struck 1 turn in front of him, so I was hoping to take the shots then charge him. Because if I would have charged him, then it would have been over. Because they only had 1 hammer in every squad,
Right.
So I would have just
You
been
could. Was
just
the
walk
hammer
through.
on the sergeant?
No.
Ah, so the hammer only got one attack base.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah, you would have smashed him.
Yeah, I would have just walked through them, but that didn't happen. So I got I got outshot. So that's what happened. So, but the league coordinator, I'm actually getting tired of playing Space Marines because I've been playing my Dark Angels for almost 2 years now. So he's allowing me to switch to Chaos. So for the next 4 league games, I'm going to be playing Chaos Marines.
Okay, that's cool.
Cool.
You tend to do a lot better with your Chaos Marines, from what I've seen.
I think I just have more fun playing them.
That's important. It's all about having fun.
Yeah,
Heck
because
yeah.
I get really bored and I lose interest in the game. Like, I lost interest in the game after I deployed. Not taking away anything from my brother, but that goes with any game. When people ask me, like, do you want to play Dark Angels? I'm like, yeah, no, not really. I tried selling my Dark Angels last week at the swap meet, and I'm going to put the rest of my whole army on eBay tonight. I'm tired of playing them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You also played another game yesterday.
I
against,
played...
Mr. Necron.
I did. I played against our league champion with somebody's borrowed Tyranids.
How'd that go?
I would have tabled him turn 5, and I only used half the army. So disgusting.
So awesome.
So
What?
Tyranids are...
Yeah. I lost a Doom, a Pod, a Moloch, and a Trigon.
Wow.
That's the only thing I lost. Oh, and 2 Venom Tropes.
Venom Throats, huh?
one Tyrant Guard.
And 1 Tyrant Guard. And then I had made about 90 Termagants.
Holy shit.
Never pooped
Yeah.
out once.
And that came from 2 Termagants. It was 3 turns of both of them getting at least 10 or more.
Yeah, 10 to 7.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of preparation
Jeez.
H on those guys.
It's like,
A lot. Most armies just can't handle that.
No,
No.
you didn't.
That's what
You
he
couldn't
kept
have
saying.
a-
Like, well, what did I do wrong? Like, you played a 2,400 point game with 1666. That's what you did wrong.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. It was pretty bad. The Swarm Lord only got to fight in combat 1 time, which the
I
power...
hope he won.
Oh, he crushed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did you keep his book powers, or did you
No.
trade him in for...
I traded him for the telepathy powers, and I rolled the 6, 5, 4, and 3 power. The coolest one was the bugs one, the hallucination.
All right.
I did that twice on 2 different Wraith Lord units, and I rolled a 3 for both. So they just kind of stuck there, and
Yeah, you can't move, shoot, assault,
or
do-
strike blows in
strike
combat.
blows.
So
Wow.
what happened then? I double charged the unit with Termagants with Fierce Charge and the poison.
Ooh.
So he just stood there for 2 turns, taking 4 up, poison, boom, and I popped
Ooh,
him.
That's damage right there.
Damn.
It was pretty bad. It was fun at the same time. And then when he was killing stuff, I mean, it was fun picking up guys. It's like, dude, I like these little guys flying around. It's kind of cool. Little
Yeah, well,
bugs.
it's because it's not like Marines. You start losing models, you're like, damn,
Yeah.
I don't have much left.
Yeah, pretty much.
Essentially, you got Zerg rushed.
Yeah, Zerglings, dude, it was so cool.
Six
I-
pool all day long.
Six
Mhm.
pool.
Yeah, so what I'm
And
going to
with
eventually do
Zerglings.
is that Dark Angel army is going to turn into bugs.
Okay.
That's what's going to happen.
Seems
be
cool. Tyranids are cool. I would have started Tyranid thing, but I don't have the patience to paint that many models.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to get
No,
the patience for
what
that.
you're gonna do, Danny, is you're gonna
I'm gonna jaw them.
black. No, primal black. Then do a gloss spray over them, so like the aliens guys.
Oh, yeah.
Just glossy black,
and then you
that's
just
it.
go in and paint the teeth and the eyes.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
That's it.
and
It's like
and the
All you need to buy is
fingernails,
black
whatever
and
they
white.
call
Yeah.
it.
Black and white, and that's it.
If you can get those bases look like what is it? Ship plating.
Ooh,
like
that would
they're
look
inside the
nice.
ship. So when
Yeah.
when you deploy, you just put out green poker chips.
Blips.
The little blips
Space Hulk.
everywhere.
That'd be actually kind of cool. I didn't even think
You
about
get themed
that.
army. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, people would be like, "That's awesome." They wouldn't even
Yeah.
look at it and be like, "That's only one color."
It's
Well,
like
hey,
it's
the base
green.
counts as a color, man.
Hey, it's green blips, and then you got the black and the white. There's your 3 colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Green, black, white.
I'll put like a gray on the base for the Space Hulk.
The Space Hulk stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, if
this-
you can get the Space Hulk Gene Stealers and just have them on your display board.
Yeah.
I do know somebody who has 80 of them.
Yeah, you should buy some Gene Stealers.
And the Hive Tyrant and everything else.
Well, I was talking about Mark, but
Well, I have 80 Gene Stealers.
you have 80 of the Space Hulk Gene Stealers also.
No, I have 80 Gene Stealers. You should buy some Gene Stealers.
Oh no, he has the 80 Space Hulk Gene Stealers.
He bought the Space Hulk ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Space Hulk ones are nice.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. But I had a lot of
Display
fun
board,
playing
man.
Tyranids because I don't know. It's a different army. I actually have more fun playing the Xenos armies than I do the
Yeah, let me
Loyalists.
tell you, playing Xenos armies is awesome because you have to be careful and precise.
You have
Shit dies.
You feel better when you win.
Yeah, everything just feels
Yeah.
better when
The
you're
reason why I
playing
play
the
Dark
games.
Angels is because they have I think the coolest fluff out of all the Space Marine chapters. It's the only reason why I played them.
Mm-hmm.
And Lion was
Not
Well, I
to
still
mention they're
think-
all in Terminator
I
armor.
still think
Yeah.
you should wait until you get your codex update.
Well, when that happens, I'm just gonna rebuy them because I'm sure they're gonna be new models.
Finally a new Terminator.
Yeah, you're
kit would
right.
be awesome.
Yeah.
So not only that is
Damn.
I could repaint them because this paint job I have on them is almost 2 years old.
Spray 'em green.
So I've learned how to paint better since then. So
Yeah.
just paint them differently.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing the same thing
You
with my
could
Necrons, but
paint them purple.
I could paint them purple.
Purple armies are awesome.
They are. They could be whatever you want them to be.
Hawk Lords.
Besides the ones that they really are, the pre-heresy Emperor's Children or the
The Hawk Lords.
Hawk Lords.
Hawk Lords, and there's a third one, the Soul Drinkers,
Soul Drinkers purple?
purple with gold.
I thought they were more of a blue, but
Ah.
that was just me. Okay, so we'll
Anyways.
go ahead and move on to the next topic. So, Danny is actually in talks
Yes.
with.
Yes, it's Danny's
Our-
episode.
Yeah, it is the Danny episode.
I don't know how that happened.
LARPing with Danny again.
LARPing with-
Two.
So, Danny's actually in talks with Cliff. Cliff is the guy that owns Game Empire. And it looks like Danny may or may not be running the next 40K tourney.
He allowed me to. He said, "Sure, go ahead." And I asked him if I could run it this month, but the only Saturday they have open would be in
This
2 days.
weekend.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I asked him if I could have a spot for next month. So most likely the second, third, or fourth Saturday of next month.
Okay. So
Okay,
yeah,
sweet.
so we're gonna just talk about just what we think of logistics for setting up a tourney and things like that. Like what things we want to see at a tourney, things we wouldn't want to see at a tourney, like just the
So,
setup and stuff like that. So what things did you have in mind?
How many players are you going to have, Danny?
As many as want to come, up to 28. Pretty much, because we could
So
have.
Cliff gave you the whole store?
Yep.
Wow.
So I'm gonna allow allies.
Okay.
Obviously. The
Points.
points level is either gonna be 1750 or 1850.
Okay, so
That's
only
not
one
bad.
four sword.
Have you
What?
talked to people who you're going to have for judging rulings?
I'm gonna be one of them. Doug's gonna be another one,
Unless he's in it.
unless he plays it. But I don't think he is gonna play in it because I've asked him and he wants to put it together with me.
Okay.
So
Alright,
me
there
and
you
Doug
go.
are gonna.
Are you going to do the triad judge system where you have 3 judges and if they have differing opinions, you get a third opinion?
No, I think me and Doug would
I
probably
think
be.
you're going to have it with just the 2
Would
people?
be enough. So
If I were you, I'd appoint a head judge whose ruling would stand in case of a conflict.
Yeah.
Just so you don't have... Just so you can resolve the rules conflict and have the game move on.
yeah.
so you'd want a third judge.
No, just as... You can have 2 judges walking around the tables.
Which one of
But-
you is taller?
One of you would be the...
I am on
the
the chair.
The head... Yeah, so you would have a chair with wheels on it, and you would be the head judge.
Mm-hmm.
So if you and Doug ever disagreed about a ruling, you would default to the head judge's ruling and just move on.
Yeah, because especially in a tournament and stuff like that too. Because like if you're running 1750, 1850,
Yeah.
you're gonna have like 2 hour, 2.5 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
rounds.
how long are the rounds going to be?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Are you going to have how many rounds do you want to have?
3.
3 rounds.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
the normal 3. Play 1, lunch 2, then
Yeah,
prize
so,
at the end.
yeah, because especially with the judge ruling and things like that, and the argument phase, you want to resolve it quickly because you want those guys to be getting back to the game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm pretty reasonable with the rules, and I'm like unbiased. So I think whatever ruling I'd make, people would agree on.
And if they don't like it, too bad.
Get out of my tournament.
That's exactly.
You've been disqualified.
So what kind of
Leave
prizes
your
are you
army,
gonna give
though.
out?
Leave your army.
I wouldn't know. I have to talk to Cliff about that. That's his side of the deal.
Like, do you plan on doing the
It's most likely going to be
fully
store
separate?
credit.
No, not the prizes. I mean, are you going to have
The-
fully separate prizes? So painting, sportsmanship,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and
Yeah, there's-
general are separate? Or are you going to have a best overall too?
There's going to be an overall general sportsmanship painting. The normal 4.
Okay, so it's going to be
Okay.
standard 4.
The center 4. I think that's pretty much how every tournament goes, and that everybody understands, and that's the way it goes.
All right.
Small tournaments like these, that seems pretty reasonable.
How are you gonna have painting be judged?
Painting is going to be judged by a third party that's not in it.
Just gonna get
Alan?
one of our Golden Demon painters around.
Yeah, we're going to get those guys to come around. He has his own little sheet, so he could probably do it himself.
Okay.
Him and Bob, they have their own little sheets that they judge whatever. They have a checklist.
Yeah, third
So-
parties I think is the best way, just because they have no incentive in it.
Yeah, because I also don't want people who don't paint look at your army like, oh, that looks really cool, and you're the best paint job, and like there's somebody else who deserves it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And the sportsmanship, I'm not sure how I want to do that, because I know when people play games, and even if the guy is like the coolest guy ever, and you get a guy who get his ass beat by him
Sore
and gives him
loser?
a 1,
Yeah, sore
I don't
loser.
want the sore loser syndrome. I want to get that out of there. So I'm
Well,
going to have to
I
come
mean,
up with something different.
If you think about it, the main reason I think sportsmanship is in the game is to sort of punish players who bring really stupid lists.
Well, yeah,
But with 6th edition and with allies, everyone can bring stupid lists. So do you really need to have sportsmanship anymore?
I don't know. Well, I think you do, because how you can give away a sportsmanship award. For first of all, and
Is the award in there just so you can give away another prize?
no, because I'm going to use it into the overall, because the overall person should be a likable person to play with too. And I don't know, did you play in Kingdom Con? I ran a tournament at Kingdom Con.
Yeah, I remember playing
Like
that
2 years ago?
long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, the way I did sportsmanship in there is I had a checklist with questions, and was your opponent a dick, that kind of thing.
Easily answerable yes/no
Yeah,
questions.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's a points value attached to it, rather than this guy was a 5, 4, 3, and 2. So you could earn points rather than getting a point value attached to you.
So you've already run tournaments before,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So what do you think is the thing that people that the people don't consider that's really important in running a tournament?
The sportsmanship thing is the sportsmanship
Okay.
and painting are the two biggest
Okay.
things that people don't consider. They just throw it in there, and then they have the people who are judges. So you have a bunch of opinionated. I lost the game, so I'm gonna give you a 1. People who dock your shit just because they don't want you to win the tournament because they lost to you.
So you think how the soft scores are judged is something a lot of people don't put a thought
Yeah.
into?
So they had trying to find ways around it, but those two ways, the yes and no checklist, getting points, earning points, and the Golden Demon winners judging your painting is probably the two better ways of getting around it.
All right, cool.
What's the requirement for the list?
It's in the rule book.
Army builder, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
You're going to go through the actual book one, so I don't have to give you a list. I can just point to what I have.
No, it's going to be Army Builder printed out, or Excel, or some sort of
Full disclosure
Full
required.
Yeah.
disclosure, printed out
no
list,
written
no
penciled
written list.
pen list.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and the missions are going to be pretty much almost exactly like the rule book, but I'm going to do some changes to it.
So how mysterious are
So-
these games going to be?
I
Mysterious terrain, mysterious objectives. What are you
Mysterious
looking at?
objectives during kill points.
think
Oh.
Yeah,
I think I'm
you
gonna
can explode.
I think I'm gonna do what we do in our league. Have 2 mysterious terrain, and I'm gonna predetermine them before every game so everybody knows what they are.
So you're going to have each table with forests or rivers or whatever on it,
Yeah,
and you'll have them marked as mysterious?
yeah.
Okay.
And same thing with objectives. I'll have mysterious objectives, but everybody's gonna know what they are beforehand. So it's gonna be a known mysterious objective.
So it's not really a mystery then.
No, it's not.
How are you going to deal with fortifications and having terrain preset for the boards? As the rules say,
Yeah,
you're supposed to set up
fortifications.
fortifications and then terrain.
Well, I'm gonna do it more in a logical type of way. So when armies bring your terrain, you put it before you play the game. So
Well,
the terrain will be there.
all
Then you
right.
can put your fortifications after.
Okay, so
Would
they
you
still
be
have
allowed
to
to choose sides first before you put your fortifications down?
You're supposed
That
to.
is
you're
something we're gonna
supposed
have to work
choose-
out.
You're supposed to choose sides, and then
And you put your
put down your
fortification. It has to be
fortifications
on your
side.
table half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your table.
So yeah.
So, yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
Are you
basically...
going to allow me to bring
yeah.
my Fortress of Redemption?
Ooh.
of course, why not?
Sweet.
Nice.
It's part of the
There's
rules.
half my army right
If
there.
you want to buy a land raider and an immobile fortress, go for it.
4 land raiders.
Yeah.
Or 3 buildings. 3
Then
or
you have
4.
to be inside. You can't control objectives, and you can't put objectives in it. Sure, if you want to limit
If
yourself.
I table my opponent, Danny, from my Fortress of Solitude during the kill points one,
Yeah, paint it up like ice blue.
dude,
Big
yes.
Superman logo on it. Yeah.
that
Yes.
actually would be a
That'd
really
be
good kill point denial unit.
Yeah, here's my army. Come get me.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's
wanted
all
to
in this
play-
building. Come and get them.
I was actually thinking of a Necron list that was like technically like a building list, but it'll only work at like 2,000 points. Because I think 2,000 points you get another Force Sword, right?
Oh yeah.
So I was thinking about bringing.
Two
Two of
Fortress
them?
of Redemptions. That's
Well, no, just
that's retarded.
no, like bringing like bastions and things like that too. But with my Necron Codex, I just bring nothing but monoliths.
Oh my
Ah.
god. Six
you're-
monoliths with
you're-
two bastions.
You're playing against the bastion list essentially.
That yeah, you
That's
get
scary.
You get
That's
two.
scary.
I
You
just
got
bring,
you got
like,
two bastions where your
nothing
troops
but
hang
cheap
out.
troops and then cheap HQs. And
Or
just
no,
bring nothing
just have
but-
the monoliths out there with that Aegis fence line going cover save.
Yes.
Not all the monoliths. Four up.
Is it get a cover save from the defense line?
Yeah, 4 up is 25% covered.
25% covered.
Wow.
Two force swords. That means I get two of them.
That's scary.
Yeah,
Just moving across the board with like 6 monoliths.
yeah. The reason why I don't want to have
So fun.
it, I don't mind having bigger point limits because you're still confined to the point level. But right now, I think 6th edition is still kind of new, so I don't want to have people.
Yeah, with what 6 heavy slots or whatever.
Yeah, maybe sometime within 6 months when everybody knows the rules and understands it, and the games go by faster. Then I think 2,000 to 2,500 would probably be
'cause
better
the 2,000
limits.
points, it'll take a little bit longer. Keeping the points level down will actually make the turns go by faster, especially in a tournament.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to finish in time because you don't want to have too many games where they're running on like everybody's like, we need to finish
Yeah,
type of mode.
yeah. Then you kind of, and then you get antsy. Then you kind of like, okay, I know for sure I'm gonna dock this guy on sportsmanship.
He slow played me, that cheater.
Yeah.
Effing bastard.
Even though
I might even put those old chess clocks. We get 10 minutes a turn. Go.
Ooh, that would be mean.
yeah, that'd be really mean.
That'd be a very interesting tournament to
See,
see.
now that would be an interesting
Marine armies would
tournament.
love it though, because like I have 2 units. Okay, I'm done. Your turn.
All
Yeah.
Terminator list.
Yeah, seriously.
Grand Knights
yeah,
would love it.
that-
They'd be like,
then-
done.
It would stop people from slow playing, and then that'd be one of my questions. I mean, that's a good idea right there. How many times does your opponent go over the 10-minute level? -1, -1, -1.
Well, no, because like you could have it where it's just like you have a 10-minute to make all your moves and things like that too. If the 10 minutes is up, can't do anything else.
Now you're in a shooting. Go.
Unless you're in assault, where you have to solve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be some things. I'm thinking about it. I'm talking to Doug. I was like,
See if we can get some tournament innovations going on here
Yeah.
in San
Yeah.
Diego.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah, because that's one thing that we don't have here. I mean, we have a huge 40K presence. We have a nice league that we have every Wednesday, but we have little to no tournaments.
Yeah, that's one thing that like
Well, it's great
kind
to share the time with the fantasy guys too.
Yeah, we got to share.
Yeah, but those
time.
guys are on Sundays.
They have their
Yeah.
tournaments on Saturdays though.
They have Saturdays too. They alternate every other Saturday. It's just, that was one of the things that was in question for San Diego and stuff like that too. It's just like we do have a large presence down here, but our tournament scene
Sucks.
kind of blows a little bit. 'cause-
Whatever, man. We have a 6-game tournament every couple weeks with our league.
Yeah,
It's six
Yeah,
games,
it's
right?
played
Yeah.
it's played exactly like a tournament.
yeah. I mean, it's still a league though. In the essence of it, it's
Whatever.
still a league. You can still test out lists. You're mostly going just to have fun.
Well, that's Shane's intention. He told me that the league is there for people to prepare for tournaments.
Yeah.
That's what it's there
Mhm.
for.
Yeah, and I'm seeing how my list is not working too well. I don't have that long range shooting anymore, which is bad.
And I'm
Did
sure
you ever have
Shane's
it?
probably listening to this right
Yeah.
now, shaking his head. Danny's so wrong.
Yeah,
It was meant for fun.
I'm waiting for Shane's comments again to say that Danny was wrong.
Danny's
And
wrong.
Danny is always
I'll get a text sometime within the next couple of days. I'm wrong.
What's Shane's username? I'll just change it and put like a 1 or 2 at the end, and then put it on there.
the
It's
dirty
the dirty hippie. Just put an extra Y at the end.
Dirty Hippie 1. Danny's wrong.
Dirty Hippie 2. Danny is still wrong.
I agree.
I agree.
Dirty Hippie number
Dirty
3.
hippie Wood is so knowledgeable.
It's like we were talking, yeah. It's like we were talking about, guys. You got to have 20 different dummy accounts behind you to make sure
That you're awesome.
that everyone knows that you were right.
Yeah. One thing I don't know for sure, but I kind of don't want to put the kill point one in there because I think kill points is the least fun out of the missions.
Yeah, considering how many Necron players we have in the area.
I just,
It's like, I killed 1 unit.
As long as you
Yeah.
decide on if
Yeah.
kill points are going to be in there or not in advance,
Mhm.
I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everything's
Because
going
you
to
want
be...
to give people time to build their lists.
Yeah.
and prep for it.
Account for it or not account for
everything's.
it.
I'm going to start putting up stuff on my YouTube channel.
Right.
There's going to be stuff on our YouTube channel.
The
We're going to be
forum.
talking about it. It's going to be on the forums. So everybody's going to know what to expect before they go to the tournament.
All right.
As
So
long as everybody knows.
I'll put
because-
the missions up too.
Yeah, 'cause
Everything.
If you're gonna have like a no kill point mission, that means some lists are gonna be made towards that.
Or you
I'll
can
probably
s-
play my Dark Eldar.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
Or are you
Dark
considering the relic?
Oh,
Dude,
don't do it.
I'm not going to do the relic.
Capture the grot. Come
Okay.
on.
I can't. I
come
can't do it. Not with. No.
You know what? I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind the relic mission if you had like three
Three
relics.
Yeah,
That would
Yeah.
be cool.
that might be a
that
mission.
could actually be modified for that. It's just
Yeah,
That
just
would
put
be-
relics.
Yeah, you
Yes.
you modify how many points the
Mysterious-
relics are worth.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be the third mission with 3 relics, and they're gonna be mysterious, and nobody's gonna know what they are.
Oh god.
Oh god.
That's gonna be the shit.
Oh boy.
yeah, do it that way. Because I mean, you were saying that.
See, that's interesting. That
Yeah.
makes the mission
Yeah.
a lot
3 relics,
less. Oh
nobody
shit!
what they
They
do.
went first and picked up the relic. I lost.
You should have a special rule for the Necron
Yeah.
special character, the
Which one?
Indiana Jones guy.
Oh, when he
Crimson
collects
Infinite?
stuff.
Yeah, you get extra bonuses if you're a Necron player.
Oh, that'd be
If
cool.
you're running
I
that
don't-
guy, 'cause
I don't-
nobody ever runs him.
I don't think.
He's so
I don't think
cool.
Necrons need any more bonuses.
No, just for that guy because he is
Just
not
him.
necessarily a bonus. Because he's
Okay, if I do that, then if you kill him, he counts as an objective too.
yeah, it counts as
There you
objective
go.
for your opponent.
Now
if he
he's
dies.
Bjorn.
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah, he's
But-
Bjorn for the other guy.
Or he's a fallen if you're playing.
Or,
that
or what I could
stupid
do is,
Epoch
if he
thing.
goes to a mysterious objective, it's not mysterious. He just knows what it is and
He
picks
knows
it up.
what it is.
yeah, he automatically
What the
chooses.
heck?
Planned ahead.
But if your opponent can kill off that guy, then he gets a bonus.
Yeah, I could do that.
All sorts of silliness.
See, but
Oh,
the thing is, it's
man.
really hard to kill that guy too.
Because he switches.
Oh, yeah,
switches
yeah, he-
other-
So you have
his
to
body,
have
yeah.
you have to have one Necron player who's
So
just
he's
playing
the
to mess
Necron
around.
Cipher.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Yeah.
He's the Necron Cypher fight, and he has to play that relic mission.
That's cool.
Yeah, you have to have one person just messing around with Necrons. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, my whole intention is to play the third mission. That's it.
That's it. I am going to win this third mission. I don't
Like-
care about any other mission.
It's like Doug whenever he plays the new tournaments. He's like, okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna squig somebody. You.
Yes, that
We
is.
are getting squigged.
This
Yeah.
is my entire goal in this entire thing.
Yeah,
It's
so
the squig.
I'm gonna start working on that. If Cliff is there today, I'm gonna talk to him more
Should
about
be.
it.
It's,
Oh yeah,
That's
he
right,
should be there
it's-
for the initial D thing.
Formula D.
Formula D,
Formula
not
D.
initial D.
Yeah.
Whoops, wrong game.
You know, I make that mistake a lot too.
Initial D is much funner.
More
You
fun.
know,
all about
what is
drifting.
it about the letter D
I don't know.
and Formula One cars?
Drive.
Driving, drifting, drag
Drag.
racing.
Drag.
Dancing. Oh,
Brick dicks.
that one's for you, Zadi.
Zadi.
Too bad he couldn't make it. He's doing his National Guard thing.
Life responsibilities.
Yes.
How they often get in the way of silly hobbies.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right,
so
well, thanks, Danny, and we'll
move
we'll
on.
try
to,
and
Yeah.
make this
Ne-
tournament talk an ongoing thing while you
Next-
put together
yeah.
your
I'm
tournament.
sure next week I'll have the missions and the way I want to have all the sportsmanship, painting, and stuff go.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sounds cool. All right. So next topic, Death Watch. In the meantime,
Oh man.
So our current Death Watch campaign finished up its last story arc, and we're on a little bit of a break right now.
Yep. We're getting falafels, like at the end of the Avengers.
Yeah,
Exactly.
our Space Marines are sitting around a destroyed building, just eating awkwardly.
Yep. So that's gonna be that's gonna suck. Actually, I kind of like playing Death Watch.
Yeah, it is. It's
well, no, because I mean, even if Joe left, I mean, if
He'll come back
somebody's
in
willing to
September.
pick up, he'll come back too. So.
Well,
I
he
could GM it.
he already said that he's gonna come back
Yeah.
like twice a month and GM it.
Yeah, I mean, he's teaching and stuff like that too. So I mean,
Yeah,
He's
He's
got
just-
teaching in that PhD thing he's trying to get.
yeah,
Smart
Life.
guy.
Real life responsibilities.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
gonna have to commute here from Arizona, which is a little weird.
Yeah.
Tucson.
It's not that far.
it's not bad. But he said
Tucson.
he'd give a heads up when he'd be on his way back.
What is
so-
that? 10 hours from here, driving Tucson.
Tucson?
No, he's got.
don't
He
think
has
it's
to use
10.
up 2 tickets to get here.
Yeah,
He's got that Southwest credit stuff.
Oh, whatever.
Oh.
Mm.
bonus miles.
So what happened in our last mission is we had to fight Alpha Legion
No, we had to.
and a demon
yeah,
prince.
yeah, we fought Alpha Legion and a Demon Prince, which someone let out early.
which we could have avoided if we just killed the Chaos Marines first, right? Is that
Yeah.
how it-
Well,
or just
we
allow
just
him-
would have all been on the Demon Prince at once.
As opposed to trying to
like
get rid of the moves.
teamwork.
yeah, like a tactical squad or something.
Yeah, not a librarian who turns his back and runs away.
All right, we'll get to that. So what happened earlier in the session? I heard there was some negotiating before I showed up 2 hours late.
No, we had to have.
I wouldn't know. I never showed up at all.
Aggressive expansion.
No, we were flying back in the Storm Raven, head back to the main city. We had to pick up 3 more Iron Hands, and everyone was trying to decide how to pick up these 3 Iron Hands because they were on this like giant tower that's starting to crumble and fall. So Danny here is like, I want to jump out and help the guys, and everyone else is trying to think of ways to grab onto them. I look at my Storm Raven model, I'm like, fly over them, drop the tow cables, and pick them up. Okay. Then we flew away.
Simple as pie.
Simple.
So boring. If
Tech
I would've-
Marine,
if I
bro.
would've
Stoic.
Stoic. Logic.
It's like, okay. They're on the side.
If only
Yeah.
these Space Marine things would have built-in, like Iron Man things.
See,
where you could
I was just
fly.
thinking of Danny, though, because you would have jumped out, missed the cliff, and fell to your death.
It'd have been like Star Trek,
No.
the yellow shirt, right?
Oh yeah, the
You
red
mean
shirt.
the red
Oh, the
shirt?
red shirt. Whoa.
shirt.
Yeah.
The yellow shirt's the guy who survived. The Asian.
You were crew member number 1.
Yeah.
Wasn't he English?
Who?
The red shirt who died.
In the Star Trek?
Yeah.
All of them?
No,
He was
Okay.
Australian in the last movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Australian Englishman. Anyways, that would
One's
have
a
been me.
criminal, one's not.
2 different countries.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Danny. You need to watch it more.
But yeah,
World
Danny.
history, Danny.
Yeah, all I could foresee was Danny jumping out of the Storm Raven, missing that ledge, and just tumbling to his death.
That would have sucked because that was your medic.
We have another one.
That's true.
We got a backup. Don't worry. We got a spare.
He probably could have re-rolled his character by the time we got to the fight anyway.
He would have been one of the Iron Hands or something.
It's like, we're
That
going to
would've-
make
So
you
yeah,
into an
we
Iron
picked
Hand
up the
medic.
3 Iron Hands.
It's like, flesh is weak.
One of the white scars we had, the guy actually shows up, so we got had a
one
white
of-
scar join our
Yeah.
Death Watch.
Ozzy?
race.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I sprayed
Yep.
him black. Now you're
What?
in Death Watch.
Okay.
So we got to
That
the
was Black
final
Armor.
fight. There were a bunch of Alpha Legion
No,
guys.
wait, before we even got there.
Oh, before we got there, what happened?
We landed to talk to the salamander because we had a radio message from Iron Hand saying, "Oh, we're getting attacked by salamanders. Come help us." So we land. We see a salamander squad with some little sergeant talking to some people. Everyone walks up there, starts talking to everybody. Joe says, "This guy's name is Lias," and I'm in my zealous mode for my Black Templar. So I'm like, he's a liar. And since I have the chain attachment to my chainsword, so I can never take it off my hand.
Uh-huh.
I put my chainsword to his face because I think he's a traitor.
And this
And
is
it-
why you don't let the Tech Marine
Black
do
Templar.
fellowship. The Black Templar Tech Marine do
I passed
fellowship.
my fellowship. I shouldn't care. So yeah, all the salamanders squad mates put their guns up at us, and I should have put my bolt pistol to the Death Watch team because that was just a badass image. Chainsword to the other guys, and then to the Death Watch guys.
But we're your team. Why would you do that?
Yeah, this is why every
I don't like you
adventuring
guys.
party needs that face character, the rogue. You know, that's why you don't send the barbarian in to go, talk with the king.
Talk
Yeah,
to
it just doesn't
negotiate.
work out.
No.
No,
Someone's gonna get threatened.
Yeah. At least he didn't try to steal my plasma pistol this time.
I did. You rolled again.
Oh, is that what I was rolling that time?
Yeah.
Yes.
You bastard. You got a pickpocket over here?
Whatever. You don't deserve that.
I sure do. I bought the signature whatever thing now.
That was after.
Yeah.
So
But no,
it's
we had to have
mine
our
forever.
what is it? Sister of Battle calm the situation down because she passed her fellowship thing. That was actually kind
I
of.
could have just showed my hands.
You could have, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't. You didn't think about it in time.
Well, slow down, guys. Look at my hands. I can do tricks.
Magic.
David Blaine.
Street magic.
Was
Danny,
that where
brought to
you?
by Danny, the Space Marine.
Yep.
Is that where you joined us, George?
I showed up right after you'd started the final fight.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I had you in my arm. Apparently, I was holding on to you while
Like a
running through
purse.
the meeting.
Dragging this unconscious Storm Warden by his cape.
You were sleeping.
The Storm Warden purse.
Unconscious.
Sure.
Yeah.
Something.
Sure.
No, we ended up going up to a group of Iron Hands that were guarding the entrance to this place. There was 2 dreadnoughts and a whole squad with a couple of rhinos. And I asked our GM, "Are they standing around?" And he goes, "Yes." I said, "That's idleness. It's heresy." So that the whole group had to again hold back the Black Temple from killing off another squad of guys because that'd be bad.
Yeah. What we should have done is
We should just like install
Yeah.
a lock on your armor so we can just lock it down when you're about to go crazy.
why it doesn't matter. His servo arm is ineffective. This guy's swinging around.
Dude, I didn't want to hear that. I took out more Marines than anyone in that entire fight.
You only hit 2 dudes that whole fight. One of them
I
was
killed 3 and the Demon Prince. F your face.
Spoiler alert.
no.
Yeah.
Brian
Spoiler.
won
The
the fight.
bolter killed the demon prince.
Brian
No.
had the boss kill.
Actually, no, I didn't get the kill. I did all the damage. So if it was
Sock
EverQuest,
him
I
up.
got that kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing was, why couldn't we just take one of the dreadnoughts up with us?
We didn't think about it.
Because plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Joe would have been like, no, they want to stay there.
Like, no,
Hmm.
I want to take this effing dreadnought.
Should have.
That would have helped with the demon prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Dreadnought.
would have just gotten a penetrating hit and tore it up in one round.
Yeah.
Yeah, go fight that guy real quick.
Unless it was an autocannon dread, and then we'd just have it standing by the doorway taking chunks out of the guy.
Yeah.
Either way,
So what was it? We had to meet with 3 captains, and guess where George came in? We're talking to 3 captains, and all hell breaks loose with regular Marines busting through the door, or the Chaos Marines.
yeah, they came in. One of them was a super chaos lord.
Yeah.
So
The Chaos
exactly
Captain.
what happened to all 3 of the other captains? They all died.
No, they were all fighting the Chaos Lord, and they were basically just bitch slapping each other because they weren't really doing much
There was
damage.
really no damage being dealt
Yeah.
there. And then,
Cinematic fight.
well,
Yeah,
well
so
what
yeah, it was pretty
happens
awesome.
is our librarian decides he wants all the glory. So he runs in and he starts slapping this guy with the Force Sword.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone who knows
And then
about,
Mary goes into to do perception checks on the guy.
So anyone who knows about Death Watch knows that the Force Sword is really good at hurting things. So he was zapping this guy pretty good. He was the only one doing actual damage. And everyone else was trying to clean up the Chaos Space Marines that had busted into the room too.
The rest of the squad's doing.
The rest of the squad was like playing support, letting the cinematic battle happen, and
Yeah.
then we were going to help.
Medicating
and he was
some
the only
people.
one left.
Yep.
Well, what happens is Dan kills the guy. Our librarian goes nuts, kills this Chaos.
After we find out that he's
after we know he's a demon
Possessed,
guy, a
yeah.
possessed demon guy. So out pops a greater demon. What does Dan do? Oh, that's right. He decides he doesn't want to fight the greater demon, and he goes to kill somebody else.
Yeah, he walks away. So stupid.
So much glory.
Yeah, technically, out of everybody in that squad, cinematically speaking, the librarian should be there with the captains trying to punk that demon.
Yeah, because
no.
Dan didn't want to die in the game. The demon prince would have raped him, so he walked away.
Well, that didn't stop the demon prince from raping him later.
Yeah, still did.
That's true.
It
Anyway.
tried.
That was because after all the comments I made, he stop being a bitch. Go fight the damn prince.
Well, no, because the prince, it lumberjacked one of the captains and knocked him over, then chopped him in half. That was bad.
Yep.
That's not good.
And then
So-
knocked down the other 2 captains with his tail or whatever. That
At
was
the end
bad.
of the day, we all started attacking the demon prince, and we all did very little, except for our Black Templar and our White Scar. The White Scar, oh man,
Mr. Bolter.
just throwing down the bolter damage. He
Yeah.
was attack marine with a bolter. He was getting extra damage because the target was big.
Was that Mary's friend?
Yeah.
Oh, he was actually there.
Yeah, he showed up for the last one. It was awesome.
And oh man,
Okay.
you know you're not doing too much damage when you're hitting the demon prince for 20 damage a turn, but when you're hitting him 5 times with that every turn, it adds up.
Yeah, he was doing like 4 or 5 damage to that armor and the toughness of the stupid thing
Yeah.
had.
Yeah, if I had remembered I had a bolter too, I would have pulled mine out instead of shooting the plasma pistol. That was retarded.
Anyway,
Eh.
you did hit him once.
Yeah, you hit him once.
Yeah.
With your plasma pistol.
You did
Then I rolled a
3
1.
damage. Yeah, you rolled a 1.
Bastard.
Yeah, that
But
Black
the real hero
Templar.
here.
Dude, that Black
was-
Templar thing with the servo arm is dumb.
What? Enlighten our listeners. What was stupid here?
Our listener.
You can activate the solo mode ability, which when you're fighting anything that's demonic, you ignore its. It can't use its toughness to reduce damage. And the power fist that I'm using, or the servo arm, is already pen 10, which negates pretty much all of his armor. So I get to just do 2d10 plus 14 damage constantly.
Ooh.
Here's your Black Templar Tech Marine.
Yeah, Joe saw that and tried taking out my character, though. He's like, no, that's not cool. Demon Prince turns and smacks Black Templar.
At least he had his priorities right.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He saw
He's like, oh, that hurts. You die.
that. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile, the librarian was next to the Demon Prince, unconscious.
Laying
on the
down.
floor.
burned up all his fate points. How much fucking fate points? This
He
guy
spent
burns up
all
like
of them.
6 every damn
No,
session.
He has
he uses
4
them.
plus a demeanor, and the demeanor is cool because you're supposed to role play it. So it's supposed to be like, I'm stoically defending this in the honor of the emperor. Or
No, you're just like, yeah.
So
he
his
was
role
like,
play-
yeah, he was like,
I'll
I use
just
my
reroll.
demeanor. Here's a reroll. So
That's
like,
not cool.
You gotta at
you know,
least.
you
role
gotta
play it.
try.
Come on,
Make
that's
it
what makes it
coolish.
fun.
I had the
Yeah.
Zealous one. That was awesome.
You can be awesome with a zealous one.
I try sometimes, right?
I'm gonna hate you to death.
I mean, if you're gonna try to be like that and just be like, I'm just gonna use my demeanor and re-roll it. I mean, you might as well just go play like an MMO.
There are other. I
Yeah.
mean, nothing against the player, but there are better systems to play if you just want to do cool, by the numbers, roll the dice, kill the monsters, get the loot things.
Yeah,
40K is a lot of the
Over the top.
over the top, the environment,
Rule is
stuff
cool.
like that.
Using mag boots to go
Or cool
upside
is
down
the
on a
rule.
bridge.
Yeah, walking upside down on bridges using your magnetic shoes.
yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah,
Flying
it-
above gun emplacements and dropping grenades one at a time into them.
Yeah,
Justin.
it just gets
Yes.
annoying, boring and annoying when he's like, "Oh, demeanor reroll." Oh,
No.
lights,
Oh, no,
lights
no,
off.
No, no,
Dude,
no.
the worst was
Lights off.
was when he actually went full power with his force sword, and the turn took like 10 minutes
Yeah,
to figure out if he was
That's
going.
just a problem with librarians.
yeah.
Because
There's too
you
many
gotta
rolls.
consult so many tables with that class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Snooze.
No, you just. That's
should've
the
been a
thing
tactical
that-
marine.
Yeah, seriously, he should have been
just
a
a
tactical.
bolter the crap out of that thing. That'd been rad. We had 2 of those.
Yeah. No, because
My
the
weapon,
reason
my
why I
skill was
like
way too low to do
Well, he
that.
should have been as a Blood Angel Assault Marine.
no, because I've had issues with Blood Angels before being Assault Marines. No,
Gotta go fast.
don't never give him a jump pack.
Gotta go fast.
No,
Yeah, true.
Why? What happens when they get it?
no, he was also no. Who was it? It was in our last Death Watch game. We actually
Let
had-
us not talk of the kill the Gene Stealer by chest bumping in the air, crushing it between us.
No.
That is.
No, that's
Let
not-
us not speak of such things.
That
Appropriate.
No.
Well,
So-
that's what he wanted to happen.
That's what he wanted to happen because he was trying to one up something that
Now
I
we're
did.
speaking of such things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
We have
happening.
unleashed the chaos.
Yes. So what happened was this happened in a previous Death Watch game. So friend of ours was trying to one up what I did, and what I did was we were fighting some Gene Stealers that just came out of nowhere, and one was attached to me, and I couldn't figure out how to get it off me, and it was attached to my chest, trying to like smash me. So
Oh, what's up, Yamcha?
yeah, essentially. So essentially, what I did is where I was actually next to a wall. So I talked to the GM, and rule of cool applied. So I described what I was going to do. So essentially, is I precise activated my jump packs and my grab boots at like precise moments, so that I did a backflip, attached to the wall, activated my jump pack straight into the ground, and smashed the Gene Stealer right into the ground. So like I literally crushed him into the ground with my jump pack, and then
Belly
Rad.
flop of death.
belly plop of death.
That's pretty awesome.
I took some damage, but I'm just like
So
whatever.
worth
I
it.
don't have to fight a Gene Stealer anymore. So, but then something else was happening to a Blood Angel player of ours, and same thing. And he had the bright idea. It was like, "Hey, you're far away from me. Jump pack towards me, and I'll jump pack towards you, and we'll body slam this guy in the middle."
Fusion,
I'm like,
huh? What the fuck?
I'm like, no.
That's gonna hurt somebody.
I'm like, no, that's a bad idea.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
my thing, I'm only hurting myself. And your thing, we possibly could kill both of us. I'm
That's
like,
so retarded.
So the
No.
backup plan was to have the heavy bolter guy precise shot with the hundreds of rounds per minute gun to shoot the Gene Stealer off of his chest.
And the Blood Angel said, I'll just hold him out in the open for you. I'm like, okay,
He's attached to your chest.
no.
Eh.
But anyways.
No, we did. I did pull a Yamcha thing though. Fighting one of the little Alpha Legion guys. I couldn't quite hit him with the stupid power fist, but he was constantly using up his dodge. So I had our flamethrower guy just shoot us both, and I'm like, I'm not gonna dodge. I'm holding on to him though.
He's not
you
going
aren't
anywhere.
going anywhere, bitch.
And then
Take it.
me and George had a pretty cool fight. You charge into somebody, and then I charged in after, and he dodged
Steal the
mine.
glory.
And I yelled at him
Oh.
to stop stealing my kills.
Yeah, but then you split his head open with your chain sword.
Screen
Yeah,
looker.
and I killed him.
That was awesome. So I helped you out. I took his dodge away.
You tried to steal my kill, you
I
bastard.
wanted to fight.
Yeah, dude, you're
Stealer.
There were
like,
so many guys you could have fought.
But
Yeah.
he was the only one in range I could have charged.
You could have shot
Excuses.
someone. You have a pistol.
Excuses.
Danny-
Stealing a Storm Warden's duel?
I know.
Unacceptable.
That is, yeah.
Danny the kill
awesome.
stealer. Danny.
Whoever kills last. Hey.
Whoever kills
Hold him
last.
down. I'll shoot him.
Whatever, man.
All right.
What else happened in that one? Anything really cool?
I think that covers basically all of it.
Then we
Yeah.
ended up killing the demon
We killed
prince.
the
Three
monster,
of us
we
almost
saved the
died.
day.
And then we had a barbecue at the end. So
We
we're
had a barbecue. It was fun.
Barbecue falaffles.
Yeah, so who almost died? It was
Yeah.
you, me, and the
Plenty of us were
librarian.
down at 1 or slightly
Yeah.
negative
Oh,
HP.
and, yeah, and the Space Wolf. 4 of us were down to like 1.
Yeah. But
So,
so
Damn.
comments on this one, please, if anybody's listening.
Shane, I know you play it.
Yeah, just let us know. I really do.
Somebody fucking comment. Fuck.
Now we are explicit. Awesome.
We've been explicit.
Yeah.
I know.
It has been appropriately tagged. Do not worry.
Yes. But anyways, I
Should be your
figured
intro
just for the
now.
fun of it, I could care less about people trying to get a comment in for that. But we're gonna have a Death Watch broadcast at some point.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be a lot more fun than listening to what we normally talk about, because we can actually be even more stupid.
We should do a sound test at the store.
Yeah. Probably check that out and maybe next week or something.
We also got to do a live 40K game.
live 40K game.
Oh, dibs on
Oh.
being a commentator.
I got dibs too.
All right. You guys play and we'll
Looks like me and
commentate.
Brian are playing.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's normal.
Look forward to that. Internet.
We always play in you guys'
Yeah,
door table
yeah.
anyway.
It's always the gamer's game when these guys spectate. It's always that.
We're going to spectate. We are going to be the... I don't know why Danny did that. If I was Danny...
I think that's a tactical error. What do you think?
I think so too. If I was Danny, I would have actually gone straight forward and done this.
Listen to my emotions and done this.
Yes.
Gone for the touchdown. Oh.
I'm going to pull a Madden. If we can
Generally, the person with the most objectives wins the game.
Yes, generally. Quite.
To score objectives, you need troops.
Brian
Well,
only
not
has
with
two.
6th edition anymore. You can
Whatever.
actually run it with other people now.
No, it just depends on the game. You guys can do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
To
that'd be
score
awesome.
objectives, you need scoring models.
Yes.
Oh my
Depending on the
God.
mission, you could get other people to score for you too. But with this mission, it's only for troops.
I'm sorry for the two noobs playing.
All right, so on to announcements for today.
Okay, so announcement for today. So at Paradise Games, 40K doubles tournament on August 25th, and they have Ascension tournament this weekend on the 11th. At Ease, it's reversed, so they have a Fantasy tournament on the 11th and a War Machine tourney on the 25th. And then Game Empire, we'll double check on the dates. It's not this weekend or the following weekend, but they actually have a Munchkin tournament up. So definitely worth checking out. Munchkin's a pretty fun game. Tournament, I'm not too sure how it's going to work out. I'm thinking it's going to be a total chaotic.
That sounds really interesting.
The Munchkin
Spring.
tournament.
Yeah.
Last one they had a whole 3 people show up.
Whoa.
Well, first, second, third. There you go. You're playing for
And,
prizes.
so Game
what's her
Empire-
name? Is it Denise? The
Desiree.
Desiree. Yeah, she
Yeah.
won.
Oh, okay.
She's
Cool.
super competitive in those games.
Oh, do not. Well, if you're a very competitive person, go ahead and play Denise. Desiree. Sorry. Desiree. But, yeah.
And also at Game Empire, hopefully sometime in September, Danny's going to be running a 1750
Yes, sir.
40K
Yep.
tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We may or
And-
may not go to that one.
Yeah.
What?
We'll see. I may be a commentator for that one because I think that'd be a little bit more fun.
We also
That'd be
got to
awesome.
get some video YouTube content on.
Because
the
I think
channel.
it'd be a very cool to have if we did that right with webcams and stuff like that. We can actually live stream it, but we'll see how it goes.
You can actually check real line of sight with cameras.
I'll bring my digital camera and I'll record some stuff too.
Record some stuff.
That's good.
I may activate a Twitch TV account and then get some of the gear, but
Twitch.
live stream it. But anyways, also today is August 9th, and it is a Thursday. And if anybody knows, it is actually the start of football season.
Ooh, go Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah,
preseason
Tampa Bay
game.
Buccaneers. What?
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 Get out of my house.
Get out of here.
I'm a Charger fan too,
Uh-huh.
but the Buccaneers are probably my team.
What's the
but
Charger symbol?
I'm watching you.
It's a bolt,
Of what?
lightning.
There you go.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, but- yeah.
What color is it?
it's gold with
Very good.
white outlining.
Very good.
Yeah. When's the last time the Chargers went to the Super Bowl?
That's
That-
a very good
Uh,
question.
That would have been 1995.
Yeah.
Nope. 94. San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Boom.
95.
It was a 93-94 season.
Look at
That's
this
in fifth grade,
guy.
buddy.
All right, Mr. Madden.
That's right. I'm a football fan. Chargers are my second team.
His backup team.
I like the flag.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll always be a Buccaneers
Sportsmanship
fan.
just went down
Yeah,
so
the
much.
Buccaneers are pretty meta. If you've got a Buccaneers flag, it's flag on flag. Right?
That doesn't make any sense. What?
Never mind.
But anyways,
We're tired of hungry.
football season starts today. Chargers are actually playing against the Green Bay Packers.
Yep.
That'll be interesting.
Yep. Preseason games, things like that.
You get to
So-
see your starting lineup for the first 5 minutes.
Hey, you don't want to get him hurt, man.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yep.
want to get them hurt.
They get the first drive.
It's just
and
like
they will sit
40K.
down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially Ryan Matthews. Do not want to get that guy hurt.
Oh, no.
I would be surprised if that guy even played. Him and
He
Phillip
will.
Rivers.
He's-
I'd be surprised if they're even on the field.
Rivers will play for the...
No,
I could see Rivers
you,
on
you
the
gotta
field.
you gotta play him. You gotta play some of your starters at least a couple minutes in the game just to get the kinks
They're-
up.
they're
Because
prob-
it's one thing to play in a practice game or
Yeah.
like in a
Yeah,
training and stuff
scrimmage.
like that. But it's another thing if you're actually playing a game. They'll play for at least like 5 minutes.
They'll,
And-
they'll probably play 1 or 2 sets. Or they are out, so I don't know. Whatever you want to call them. Drives.
We already said that in this conversation.
They'll probably play 1 or 2. Then they'll be good.
Yeah.
or more.
And give the
Yeah.
second stringers some time to play.
But I'd be surprised if Ryan
Next
Matthews
time.
runs it more than once.
Yeah.
So
He'll probably do it 3 or 4 times.
Are you really looking this up to prove yourself right?
yes.
Wow.
94 season.
94 season, but Super Bowl was in 1995.
Oh, okay. I was
Bam.
off here.
I guess
Shane,
everyone's
post
right
your
then.
comment.
Sheesh.
Post comment. Say
Danny was
Danny,
wrong.
Danny was wrong.
Hey.
Because you asked when they went to the Super Bowl, so I said the year.
They did go to the Super Bowl 94.
94 season, but they
Season.
were in 1995.
All right, so
Yes, sir.
since this
Yes.
is a podcast about Warhammer and we're arguing about football, I think this is a
Dude,
good
hey,
time to
we've
call it
talked
a night.
about-
We talked about other
Diablo
shit.
3.
Hey,
crying out loud.
40K and football go together.
Yeah, when we have our commentators with Madden.
Yeah, when we have
Drawing all over the
when we go to
screen.
Doug's house and when football season, we're gonna have a barbecue playing 40K watching football.
Yes. And then if we can
America.
figure it out, we're going to have a touch screen that you can write on and do Toll Madden style.
Yep.
Danny should have done this.
Boom.
Bam.
Arrows everywhere.
Arrows.
Circle where the dice were rolled.
The screen is
Should
good.
have rolled them this way.
Should have
instead of
rolled them this way.
The screen is gonna
Scattered
eventually
dice
be
should have
just
been
white.
rolled here for better perception.
Sure.
Less chances. of
The
rolling
circle
off the
Brian.
table.
This guy shouldn't have been a whiny bitch.
Oh God, dude! Don't even start me on that. Stab your eyes out with a soldering iron.
Okay, we'll leave that one for another podcast, but
Yeah.
we will.
I kind of want to hit that guy.
But anyway,
Anyways, go ahead.
Violence over miniatures.
Awesome.
yes.
San
So
Diego
I
style.
believe that is the end of it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
alright.
last comments, Danny.
Thank you for listening, Shane and Dave, for painting, and leave a comment.
Thanks
Brian?
for your comments, Mr. Wah.
Comment.
Mr. Wah. I think it was like Paladin.
Paladin
had
something or other.
Space Marines still suck.
I wonder what he plays.
Okay,
right?
that was
Grey Knights?
George. Me, nothing really. I'm really surprised I actually got through this. I'm actually under the weather right now. Got a sore throat, so hopefully I'll be better for next week. Anyways, this is the end of the podcast, and we'll see you guys next
Yep.
week.
For the San Diego 40KK podcast.
40KKK podcast.
Wow.
Whoa, we went there. Okay, goodbye.